Guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. Hope you guys are doing right, because my lordy, it's a bloodbath on the crypto markets. Man oh man, did we call the top on 25,200 and a bit. Absolutely beautiful. In this video from yesterday, I'm gonna explain you in approximately 10 minutes how I knew what the top for BTC was. If you haven't watched that video, then definitely do so. It is super interesting, and I also update you in the meantime on Twitter. Here yesterday I posted this video, and then I said a little bit later, folks, I'm not gonna lie, Bitcoin, it ain't looking so pretty right now, and a few hours later we were dumping down. Then I was updating you with this bear flag. I said, we are breaking this bear flag. Are we going to reach the target? Well, we have reached it loud and clear, shall we say. And after that I said I'm still in my long of BTC, and we're going to look now right away if that long worked out or not. And of course in the morning I said let all the social media experts come out and enjoy your day. Well, let's first look at the trade from yesterday that was still in the long, and I'm going to show you exactly why I need to have a stop loss. I had an entry price somewhere here. I think if I'm not mistaken it was 23,991. So it was $30 off the bottom, pretty close. And then rode it up here a little bit, didn't take any profit, saw this thing coming down. It's like, this looks weak, this looks weak. That was also right at the moment that I was updating you guys, like, hey, it looks weak. And I thought, you know what, I need to be smart and put a stop loss, and then I put it somewhere here. And I went out with a very tiny profit of just 7%. But the most important thing is that you protect your capital. And this is also a perfect example that you use a stop loss and don't add to losing trade. Because, well, the rest is history, shall we say. Now we're looking at the price section of, let me first take this out, of later today, and we were just going lower. This was one of our important support and resistance lines. You see that we're grinding here, and then we're just breaking it, and then it was a very fast, swift move up. This wick, forget about it, this is just a bit of a scam wick, does not appear in other exchanges. And now we are right here at 21,500, and by coming in this area we have now come in a macro perspective. Let me zoom out on the daily, and there, oh sorry, let's do 4 hourly, that's a little bit more detailed, and let's take Mark Cipher A out. And there we're seeing that we are back now in this macro range right here, where we have the value area high at approximately 23,000 ish, and the value area low is here at 19k, and the point of control I'm using the one on Bybit is actually right here where we are right now, 21,200. So that was a little bit higher, but by now breaching that value area high right here, we are back in that macro range, and that means that maybe we'll go a little bit lower or range bound a little bit. But if we are closing a daily underneath this level, which very most likely is going to happen, then we are back in the range, and then we can also take out this value area here, because that is irrelevant. The whole strategy from yesterday of adding to our for getting into a short from this golden pocket is of course off the table right now, so we can clean up the chart a little bit. I always like to do it together with you guys so that you know exactly what I am looking out for. What actually would be a nice trade or a little bit of a bounce if we are going to retest these lows right here. That's approximately at 20,700. Maybe a low or swing fill pattern, and then going higher. If we are slowly now grinding higher, then I will take a short probably from this level or this level, because with a dump like this, then there is so much damage being done that I just do not see us recover right all the way up to the top. So right now I am maybe looking for a scalp long, if that is possible. If we first maybe go a little bit lower, and after that really maybe more of a swing short, because yeah, like I said, if we are now really closing daily levels underneath the value area high, then usually we are reaching the point of controls range bound a little bit, and eventually visiting those lows, and who knows, maybe taking out these lows right here. But I do think that will take some time, give that a couple of weeks, because of course also this whole range right here, it took a long time to make. So it will take some time, I think, before we get here. Have to say, a little bit surprised how fast this went. Like going again, the point of control is for Bybit right here, but going from the value area high all the way to the point of control in just one day, that was quite the swift move down, I have to say. Quickly, let's look at the indicators. Now we are getting a green dot on the 4 hourly money flow. It looks like it kind of wants to go a little bit flat, maybe curve up. But I do expect that we might spend some extra time here before we are going higher. Also on the hourly, it looks actually pretty terrible. The money flow is still very much down. A momentum wave, if we get another red candle, then I think we'll also print a red dot right here, and then maybe zigzag here a little bit. There will be some moment of time that, of course, we're getting a little bit of a bounce or relief rally, but for now this is what we have to do with it. Quickly zoom out to the daily, because that one is also important. So well, that kind of looks a little bit ugly. You can also see here right now 7% down for the day, and from the top all the way to the bottom today was already 15%. So that is quite the move, shall we say. Yeah, here the money flow just curves down, view up very low, but what I'm a little bit concerned about is that these RSIs were split and now they're coming together on their way down, and that looks pretty ugly. So I'm afraid that will have a lot of follow through in the next couple periods. You could say, you know what, I am looking out for, let me quickly then go back to the 4 hourly, is I'm looking out for not only the point of control but also maybe the golden pocket measured from the top to the bottom, and then we have a point here at let's say 20,500 ish, which also coincides with this point of control. Like I said, it depends a little bit on the exchange, but we have some confluence on that level. Then we would also wick out, of course, the bottom here. That would really actually be very nice. Go lower, wick. A lot of people have stop losses right under this level, right under this level, right under this level. So if we then go lower, we wick out all those stop losses and then we can go higher. That actually would be very nice and would make a lot of sense for me. Then I quickly want to go to the dollar index. Actually also our head and shoulder pattern is out of the window right now, so we can take that out. I drew this channel in here because later on I thought, well, maybe you could say that the price was actually just moving in the channel, now going much higher. This is quite the move up. I have to say I was not really expecting that it will go so fast, so ferocious. But also now on the market side, we're seeing that we're just being quite overbought. So a little bit of a retrace would make sense. But actually the way that this thing is setting up right now, so extremely bullish that maybe we'll get a retest and then go higher, and then visiting these tops again, 109. And I think I had a target somewhere from way back a long time. I think if I'm not mistaken, 112 to 120. Yeah, right here, 112 to 120. That is a little bit my really macro target. I think I also mentioned it here already a few times on the channel, but this thing of course will also zig and zag a little bit. So like I said, pretty surprisingly that it goes so fast. Also on the daily, we are now adding more and more green days on that money flow. Look at this. Let's count this right here. That is 415 days of green money flow. Absolutely insane. And I do not really have targets other than now looking at, are we going to retest and then going higher, or are we going to maybe to visit these highs right here and then reset a little bit. So interesting price action. I quickly want to move over to the S&P, because there we are seeing also that we're coming down. Of course, if the S&P is coming down, then Bitcoin is coming down, and the other way around. Today quite the move down, I have to say. And this actually also looks very much like a bearish divergence. Momentum wave is going a little bit lower. Price is going higher. That is usually the recipe for a bit of a downturn. But on the other hand, I mean, if you just use common sense, and if you can see that we barely had a retrace from the top to the bottom, sorry, from the bottom to the top, 18%. So for us to go lower now, that will make a lot of sense, just to cool off a little bit and then see how far we go. Most important level that I am looking out for is $4,000 for the S&P 500. If we are breaking this, then I think it can get very ugly for BTC, because this is just a psychological important number for now, but like I said, it will still take some time before we are there, but this is kind of the price section where we're looking at right now. Again, if you have not checked out the other videos, then I really would advise you to do so. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, like I said already many times before, because I'm updating you in the meantime if something happens. So definitely try to check that out. You now know the kind of the macro levels that I'm looking out for. You know what it is, guys, I do not actually believe that the bottom is in. I think we are at least going to visit these low ranges at some point in time. It will take probably weeks or months, but I am not in a camp that I thought just 1 week down to the bottom, that was it, and now we are going higher. This crisis where we're in with the inflation will take much longer and will be much more painful than I think a lot of people will think and expect. So don't get your hopes up too high, don't get too bearish right away. But it was nice that now for once we have called the exact top, although usually I'm saying I'm not so interested in the tops and bottoms, but this was very, very nice. So definitely, yeah, I want to say check out other videos if you want to learn more, and feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Wish you all a very, very good weekend. Step away from the charts, get some time to relax, and then I'll see you guys very, very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.